Now tuned in to Big Will Knows Wrestling. What's going on, everybody? It's Will coming to you with Big Will Knows Wrestling. I can't even know what the episode number is right now. I'm just excited. I know it's been a while since you guys missed me, but it's been a bad week for me. You know, I'm trying to keep it together. I'm trying, but it's just been a bad week for me. Last week's wrestling was so god awful on all three, except for NXT was a little good, but it took a little slight back. I like the main event match last week, not NXT, Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle. I like that match, but it's Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I don't even know where it's going right now. It was just a bad week for me, but that wasn't the only thing that was upsetting me, you guys. First of all, like I start every week, if you guys can please follow me on Instagram at Big Will Knows Wrestling, on YouTube, Big Will Knows Wrestling, on Twitter at Big Will Knows. I sometimes tweet a lot of crazy stuff, some of my most outrageous comments, but yeah, it's been a little bit weak for me because right now I couldn't even speak. First of all, I know you see me with the Charlotte Hornets hat. I just like Charlotte. I'm not really a Charlotte Hornets fan. For those that do know me outside of this, I am a die-hard Los Angeles Lakers fan. I'm not even from California. I just like a lot of LA teams. I like the Angels. I like the Lakers. And occasionally, sometimes, I cheer for the Clippers. But this has not been the best week for me when it comes to the Lakers. First of all, we missed on Ty Lue. We signed Frank Vogel. You're talking about trading LeBron. We might not get Kawhi Leonard. It was just too much to take for me right now. But hopefully, free agency is still around the corner. The NBA playoffs still coming up. I got Milwaukee winning the championship right now. So let's get into this wrestling. So, Monday Night Raw, Monday Night SmackDown. First of all, don't even get me started on this crazy, retarded, stupid rule, the wild card rule. So, I don't even want to explain it. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. Raw superstars can go to SmackDown. SmackDown superstars can go to Raw. And the reason why is because the superstars, that they're having a lot of problems with ratings on both Raw and SmackDown, and SmackDown's about to go to Fox, and you can't have bad ratings when you're about to just start. Now, I say that to get into it. So basically what that does is it gives permission for Roman Reigns to show up on a Raw ring when he's on SmackDown. Now, I said out there at the beginning that when Roman showed up, he showed up to be on. He went up to SmackDown because SmackDown was going to Fox. But when Raw re-signed, when the USA Network re-signed Raw to the extension, I felt like they thought that Roman was going to be there. They didn't expect to get what they got, and so that's why they were like, "Oh no, we ain't finna do this. You're gonna have to do something." But I digress. And then you got Miz showing up. Like people just showing up in different brands. Was making me mad. It's the same superstar that's going between both brands. Like nothing new. Like of course Becky Lynch is Becky Two Belts, so she's gonna be on different brands. But the Usos showed up twice on SmackDown when they should, and they were on Raw. So this doesn't make any sense. But hopefully everything goes smooth. Everything goes the way it needs to go, planned. But my high moment for Raw, I think it had to be Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Lacey. Now, first of all, Lacey Evans. I love Lacey Evans right now. I'm sorry. Because Lacey Evans has really stepped it up big time. Because a lot of people will say, wow, Lacey Evans don't deserve to be on this stage. First of all, Lacey Evans may not deserve to be on the stage, but she act like she's supposed to be there. She's cutting promos like she's supposed to be there. She's not staking up the joint like most female wrestlers I know. She's actually putting on a show, doing what she's supposed to do. She looks great. So I'm happy she's getting her title shot. I hope she loses because everybody still wants Becky Two Belts, but she's putting on a show right now. So just leave her where she at. But, they powerbomb Becky Lynch through a table. Usually when stuff like this happens, we know that Becky's going to probably win both belts. But I really still strongly believe that Becky's going to lose a belt. But that's for a whole nother segment. Tune into my Saturday episode talking about my Money in the Bank preview. Just a cheap plug. But that was my high moment. I wasn't Braun Strowman. I wasn't really a fan of Braun Strowman getting hurt, but apparently he's hurt. So he's been working hurt. So that's why he got replaced with Sami Zayn. That was retarded. Because, a lot of people, I don't know what it is. Bully Ray said it, not Bully Ray, Chris Jericho said it on a while ago. He's like, most wrestlers, like back in the day, would work hurt, win the championship, then go from there. Now, a lot of times people are now getting hurt, and it's going the other way. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that. As far as SmackDown is concerned, Kofi and Kevin Owens are killing it. That's what I'm saying. Another rivalry that Sami Zayn involved in. He got involved with Kevin Owens and Kofi Kingston. I'm like, bro. So now you're bringing the wild cards over, but now they're in storylines. Vince, what are you doing? Vince, you need to focus on. You know what? Let me get back to it. So, of course, another Roman Reigns rivalry with Shane McMahon. Come on, really? Like, why? Why is it still doing it? But you can't really say anything. You just got to roll with what you got. But I think the most talked about subject was the Kabuki Warriors. Now, for those who haven't watched SmackDown, Asuka has been placed in the tag team. I know, sad face. With Kairi Sane, and they're going for the tag team championships, and their names are now the Kabuki Warriors. Now, I ain't gonna cap. My favorite show was Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I like the Kyoshi Warriors. So, it's kind of similar, kind of close. So, but I was kind of like, I'm not really feeling it. Because it's just like, what I'm saying, you're overextending their Japanese heritage. I don't have any better names. Shout out to the A Kenny with Your Thoughts podcast, because he put up a question, and the question was, is it, can you name a better name? And the only thing I could think of, I was messing around, of course, but I said the Asian Express. They said it's actually better. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I said, what about the Japanese Experience? I'm sorry. Yeah, because everybody keep talking about the Viking Experience or whatever. So I was like, maybe we could talk about the Japanese Experience. But that was my sad moment, because I was just like, wow, really? This is what we're getting to? This is what it's coming down to? I don't get it. But like I said, whatever. We're going to have to roll with it. And just going to have to play it right and keep it moving. Other than that, what's saving... And I want to brace for this one, because this one really had me excited. And I bought into it because when it first came out, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about, the Firefly Funhouse. So, Bray Wyatt has been teasing a new character or whatever, right? Now, when the vignettes were starting me to cut, he had like a puppet, he had X, Y, and Z and all this. And I was like, okay, so what is Bray Wyatt doing? And then out of nowhere, you got the Firefly Funhouse where I'm like, bro, what is wrong with Bray Wyatt? Bray Wyatt, what are you doing? Because you really look like, what I'm saying? I'm really confused about the character. And then weeks go on. Last week, I thought it was crazy. He had the little kids on the set looking miserable. And I was like, okay, so those are his Fireflies really following through with him. So then he finally this week reveals his darkest secret. And his darkest secret has to be that he has his new character. He has darkness in his head and he can still control it. Now, the first thing I thought to mind was, yes! And then I thought about it, oh my God. Vince actually got something right. They got it right. And then the next step was, Vince, please don't mess it up. please just leave this alone. Don't bring him in, let him lose matches, nothing. Just build him up, keep building him up, make him look strong. I'm sorry for the mic. Just don't let him lose, because this is it right here. It's like a reboot of his character, and it's gonna work out fine. Please don't jack it up. That's the only thing that came to mind. And hopefully it works out. Hopefully everything goes smooth. And I'm pulling for Bray Wyatt. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I am pulling for Bray Wyatt. I'm pulling for him hard. Let's talk about some rumors real quick. Now, last week, I saw that Triple H and Vince McMahon have not been seeing eye to eye lately. And this week it comes out, first of all, that Vince McMahon Vince McMahon, Triple H, somebody kept talking about tweets about how WWE is going right now. And Triple H liked them both. So it kind of feels like he has a little open frustration with the company. Now, for those who don't know, Triple H is running NXT. Now, Triple H really right now is saving WWE. I say that because Triple H is giving us NXT. He's brought all these indie guys that you never thought you would see in WWE. He's brought them. The Finn Balor's of the world, the EC3s of the world, the Samoa Joes of the world, the AJ Styles of the world, even though AJ Styles went straight to the main roster. The Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, come on now. Let's be real. They may have got a couple New Japan talent, but they have not got a lot of talent from New Japan that are big names. Like I said, Nakamura. So they have gotten a lot of talent. Triple H has gotten a lot of talent to sign to WWE, only to get botched on the main roster. So of course it's like, why bring these stars up here if you're not going to use them correctly? Now, granted, this is Vince McMahon's show. This is Vince McMahon in the world of wrestling. This is Vince McMahon's world, and we're all living in it. But come on now, Vince, you got to do better. You cannot continue to keep botching stuff like this. It's just not going to work. But it's causing Triple H to be upset. Should Triple H be upset? Yes. Is there anything that's going to happen about it? At the moment, no. What I've been saying that needs to happen is Vince McMahon needs to leave WWE in the Triple H's hands, because, like I said before, AEW is coming. And right now, the only thing that's keeping WWE afloat is NXT. The main roster is not keeping it afloat. Like, just AEW. Because, well, not AEW, NXT, because that's what everybody's tuning in to watch every weekend. People that watch, how I know, because people that watch WWE, Raw, and SmackDown have never seen NXT a day in their life. So when they see new superstars, they like, who are these guys? Compared to the hardcore, like the fans that like AEW are the fans that like NXT. I promise you that. You go to indie shows, what are they screaming? They ain't screaming WWE. They screaming NXT. You go in Europe when a UK superstar competes, they screaming NXT. They ain't screaming WWE. People forget that WWE is a part of NXT. See, in my fantasy booking warfare, if I was Triple H, what I would do is I would take all the money I got in my savings. I'll buy all the NXT talent contracts, NXT logos, all that, buy the money, and then go start it. Because right now, what Triple H is doing, I feel like what Triple H is doing is wasting his time, because he is trying to get these developmental territories. He has a goal to get NXT territories all over the world, in Europe, in England. Well, he hasn't in the UK, Europe. He's trying to get one in India. He's trying to get one in Asia. Hit the Japan market. He wants one in South America. That's the stuff that he's trying to do, and it's the goal is to be able to funnel talent, the best talent in the world, to the main roster. But you're not. But if you're gonna keep funneling them to the main roster, you're not gonna do anything with them. Then what's the point? It's nothing you should be able to do about it. Like what I'm trying to tell people. Well, what I'm saying is WWE is in a lot of trouble, and it comes off on one of the biggest announcements today. So we all heard the rumors that the AEW to TNT was pretty much a done deal. And it is a done deal. It was announced that that TNT is back in the wrestling business, and AEW will be broadcast on TNT in the fall. Now, I will say this right here. I wish AEW the best success that they can have. And I'm actually happy because it brings competition. Because that's what WWE needs. That's why they keep putting out these shows they're putting out. Because, like, what else you going to do? You going to go watch Ring of Honor? You going to watch New Japan Pro? Not the old school fan. The old school fans and the happy to go people going to watch WWE. Fans like me, we gonna go watch in New Japan Pro and Ring of Honor and NXT and Evolve and CMLL, AAA, all these little. We'll go watch it. So me personally, I'm glad that AEW got the contract. And yeah, they talking about it's gonna be a war, but it ain't gonna be a war. It ain't. I mean, yes, they want to give you basically. This is what I like about AEW and Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. They're trying to give you a different branch of wrestling, something else to watch that's on TV. I mean, granted, if fans switch towards AEW instead of WWE, yeah, that's different. But it's not a war. This is more like a friendly war. It's not a war where, oh man, the best talent. No, it's not like that. Like who's gonna pluck the most talent from somewhere? We're gonna in the middle of WCW and WWE type feel. You got ECW. You're gonna pluck superstars from. Like it ain't that type of war. Yet, this is where I feel like it's real. But see, this is what. And see, I'm jumping all over the place because this is what's really crazy. It's not a war until you start trying to air shows the same time WWE did. That's when it becomes a war, and that's when Eric Bischoff failed, because now you're going to force Vince to evolve. Now, right now, AEW is winning the war right now, and they're not even on TV yet. Double or Nothing sold out. Fight for the Fallen sold out. Speaking of which, I'm sorry I couldn't go to either one of them, but you know, duty calls under the yellow sign, if you know what I mean. But WWE and AEW, like the AEW is already winning the war right now. They're killing them very badly. But you know what's keeping WWE afloat? NXT. See, and this is a podcast topic and a subject that I want to talk about very well. This is a subject that I want to talk about a lot. And one of the main things I said was, who is WWE's competition? Who is AEW's competition? And I have a wild theory that the competition for AEW. I'm sorry, I have a wild theory for the competition for AEW is NXT. Why? Because these are you got some of the top guys in the world in NXT, not on the main roster. So this is why I'm thinking that AEW's competition, it should be NXT and not the main roster. If you pluck those fans, what you got left? But can you pluck those fans? No, because Triple H already knows. Triple H is running NXT. That's why you're not gonna pluck them. But that's for another subject. But this concludes this episode for you guys tonight. Make sure you enjoy NXT for watching. Make sure you watch Dark Side of the Ring. This one's on Fabulous Moolah. This is going to be interesting because I want to know the truth about her and all the rumors. Like I said, thanks for watching. Once again, subscribe to all the channels. For following me on all my social media networks. Peace.